everybody, this is Finch and welcome back to the Dota Clinic. Today is episode 8. We're going to be taking a look at confidence. This is a absolutely massive topic that is something a lot of people struggle with, something that a lot of people speak about and might not fully understand. So the goal of today is to kind of look at confidence and see, how we define it, what it is, how it's useful, what happens when you don't have it, and then also some ways to kind of maintain confidence or gain confidence. And this is one of those topics where people believe that it's either you have it or you don't have it. This is entirely not true. This is your mindset and the way you approach things in your life. And there's a whole bunch of things that you could do to give you confidence and give you more success, and even just like the feeling of more success, which is kind of the key of confidence, is that belief that you can do it. So before we dive into all that stuff, let's start with a quote. We got a good quote today from Tiger Woods because, despite all his misconceptions and life issues, he's one of the most successful athletes of all time. And he says the biggest thing to have is the belief that you can win every tournament going in. A lot of guys don't have that. Straight, simple, to the point. If you go into a tournament and you believe I'm the best one here, I have the opportunity to excel and win, then you further increase your chances at winning that tournament. Now, if you go into the tournament and think, I'm probably not going to win this, then you're not going to try as hard. You're going to sell yourself short. You're probably going to give up a little bit sooner. That mindset is just a very defeatist attitude, and you don't want to believe that you're going to lose or that you're going to come in second and things like that. You want to come in believing that you're the best and that you're going to win and that you're going to get first place. So how do we define confidence? Confidence is going to be the feeling or belief that you can successfully perform a desired behavior. You can also put task in there as well. So relating this to Dota, it is the belief that you're going to win the game. If you're playing support, it's the belief that you're going to maintain ward coverage on the map. You're not going to die to enemy team. You're going to protect your allies. Whatever it may be, you're going to try to change this definition based on what you're trying to accomplish. But boiling confidence down, it's just the belief that you can do it. That's like the very simplest term, simplest way to approach it. What can confidence lead to? Everybody talks about confidence and being this very positive, very happy, if you have it, you're a winner type thing. But nailing down to what exactly that entails is a little bit more difficult. So I kind of tried to break them out in kind of the more major areas of where confidence kind of benefits people and where it seems to benefit people. So the first one's going to be just general happiness. If you feel confident about doing something and confident at a task, you're going to feel good about it, and feeling good makes you feel happy, and that just further reinforces you continuing to do that task. If you're doing something that makes you upset or sad or angry, you're probably not going to keep doing that because that's not good feelings. So if you have confidence, it's going to bring happiness to the task you're trying to achieve, and it's going to force you to continue getting better at that task. The next one's going to be positivity. In the previous episode, we talked a little bit about self-talk and kind of talking to yourself, pumping yourself up, maintaining that level of even keel anxiety, and still pushing towards the goal. When you're confident, you're going to have that self-talk. You're going to be telling yourself, I got this, I could do it. If you're playing a game of Dota and your team goes down the first 5 minutes, if you're confident, you're going to think, we can come back from this. Hey guys, come on, we got this. We're going to do X, Y, and Z, and we're going to work our way back up there. If you're not confident, you're going to go, well, 5 minutes, GG, we're done, we lose. That is a sign of very low confidence. So it's good to have, if you have a good amount of confidence, you're going to remain positive even when things become pressure filled, when things they get worse, whenever things start going bad. If you're confident, then you're going to persevere and power through that. Next one up is going to be concentration. If you're confident, you're focusing on the task. If you're not confident, you're focusing on things that might go wrong, if that makes sense. So a good example of this would be something like, say in baseball, I always go back to baseball just because that was my sport. If you're in baseball and you're focusing, if you're a hitter and you go up to the plate and you go, you know what, I'm going to get a single this time, or I'm going to hit a double. I'm focusing on getting a hit. I'm going to look for the fastball here, and I'm going to try to get a hit the best I can. That is a sign of confidence and concentration, because you're concentrating on only the thing at hand, which is your at bat, and you're concentrating on trying to get a hit and looking for a fastball. Now, if you go up to the plate and go, oh man, if I strike out, my coach is going to be really mad at me. Or if I strike out, my teammates are going to be upset with me. Now all of a sudden, you're not focusing on the task at hand. You're focusing on the things that could go wrong and how that's going to affect you, because your confidence now is starting to dip, and you're going to start losing focus and concentration. If you have a high level of confidence, if you go into something, you know what, I got this. This is good. I'm way ahead of the game here. Then you're not going to be thinking about what could go wrong. You're going to be thinking about what can go right and what that success is going to be. Next one's going to be effort. So effort is the level of confidence that determines how long you're going to pursue that goal. So the more, think about it this way, the more confidence you have, the longer and harder you're going to work. The less confidence you have, the quicker you're going to give up. If you believe that you can actually do it and you have that sense of confidence and that positivity and go get 'em type attitude, you're going to try to really stick to it. You're going to work really hard. If you think, you know what, this goal is it's too difficult, I'm not good enough, I'm not going to get it, you're going to give up right away. So with something like Dota, you can't master Dota pretty much ever. Okay, just get that out of your head now. You're never going to master the game. Nobody ever is going to. The game is too complex. There's too many variables. But if you go into Dota feeling confident and going, you know what, I have good ability, I've practiced really hard, I know my stuff, you're feeling confident, you're feeling ready to go about that game. You might lose a couple, but you're going to feel that ability to persevere and continue to push forward. Whereas if you don't really practice, you don't really know anything, you only play your 3 heroes, you're not feeling confident about your ability in your game. If you lose a couple times, you know what, I'm done. I'm just going to give up. I'll go play something else. I'll come back another day. That is that level of effort that you're willing to put in. So this is key if you're on a team of 5 people that are playing together consistently over and over, and especially with the international qualifiers coming up here. You see these people on these teams. If you put the time in and you have confidence and you want to put your effort and believe in yourself that you can do it, then those teams are going to persevere. If they lose, they're going to get back up on that horse and they're going to keep going. Teams with low confidence are going to lose a match and they're just going to toss their hands up and they're going to disband and move on. Next one, and the last one's going to be strategy. So confident people play to win the game. People who are not confident play to not lose the game. It's a little bit similar to the concentration idea of, if you're confident, you're going to be going into a match thinking, I could do this, we're going to win, we're going to succeed, we're going to persevere. All those kind of good, positive, go get 'em type vibes. If you're a person who is not confident, you're going to be thinking, oh man, I just don't want to lose this game. So this could be something in Dota where confident teams are going to be playing their style of game because they know what heroes they enjoy, what heroes they excel at. So they're going to do their best to force their game on their opponents and just go out there and kick some ass. Teams who are not confident in their play and who are not feeling good about their strategies, things like that, they're going to be playing not to lose. They might be playing really defensively. They'll be trying to not make mistakes. They're going to be worrying about what happens, and that just causes you to spiral out of control and go down that pit. You see someone like Na'Vi, who's one of the most stable, strong teams in all of Dota. They're confident in their play. They know their play style. You know the heroes that they're good at. They go into games. They believe they can win every single match. I don't think they've ever had gone into a match going, you know what, we're probably going to lose this one. So let's just, maybe we'll make a good game out of it and we'll be done. No, it's not how it works. They go into a match believing that they're going to win every single time, and that's what makes them successful. And you don't need to have that level of skill to have that same success at your level, whatever it may be. It could be at work, it could be at Dota, it could be at StarCraft, it could be in life. If you have confidence, you're going to go out and you're going to excel and you're going to do better and you're going to feel better about it. You're going to have more success all across the board. So now that we know a little bit about confidence and what it does, let's talk about kind of how you get confidence. I guess I got 2 little points here. Lack of confidence. I guess we'll hit those real quick. I forgot I put those in here. So, like I said earlier, not having confidence leads to bad things. I kind of hinted to a couple of them that, if you're expecting bad things to happen, bad things are going to happen. That's kind of the idea of a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you go into a game expecting to lose, you're probably going to lose. So don't expect bad things to happen. You want to expect good things to happen. Negative things, if you're not confident, you're going to be fearful, you're going to have anxiety, you're going to be frustrated, you're going to procrastinate, you're going to feel depression, lack of desire. All these things are negative terms that are paired with not having confidence in what you're doing you're not having enjoyment in what you're doing. So you really need to find ways to up your level of confidence so you don't feel these things. No one wants to have anxiety. No one wants to have frustration. So if you're able to kind of use some of these last things down here on the bottom to up your level of confidence and those good feelings and good vibes about the games and, you know, even just things in life, whatever you're doing, confidence really affects everything in your life. So you're going to want to try to avoid things like frustration. No one wants to do that. So definitely take note of these things here, how to gain and maintain confidence. And this will be the last bit we have for today. First one's going to be focus on accomplishments. This goes back to, I think it was episode 1, where we talked about goal setting and goal creation and why goals are super, super important. If you focus on every tiny accomplishment, you're going to feel good about yourself, and that is going to lead to the belief that you can accomplish whatever you set your mind to. Doesn't matter if it's the hugest, most important goal ever. Doesn't matter if it's, you know, your goal was make it to 5,000 MMR and, you know, you're made it there, and now all of a sudden you're confident when you get there. It can be tiny little things. Put 2 examples right here, like, hey, we won the game, or I bought a lot of awards, whatever it may be. You want to focus on the good stuff that you've done, not the bad stuff that you've done. So it's very easy to play 10 games of Dota. Maybe you win 8 out of 10, but in 2 of those games, you just play really bad. You're playing Wisp, you're feeding, people on your team are yelling at you, and so when you finish those 10 games, you're going to go, God, those games were so bad. Like, why did I play Wisp? Like, that was dumb. I'm an idiot. You're going to be focusing on that negative stuff where you should be focusing on the little accomplishments of, hey, I won 8 out of 10. That's pretty damn good. Or, you know, even though I fed, I played a support and I thought I did a good enough job of keeping ward coverage up. Focus on little accomplishments because that's going to add up and give you more confidence. Next one's going to be act confident. This is one of those things where people like to say, fake it till you make it. So that's kind of that same idea. If you believe and you honestly, truly believe that you can do it and that you are a confident person and you carry yourself as a confident person, then that is going to carry over to other aspects of, you know, what confidence does for you. So I put here thoughts, feelings, and behaviors. So the idea is if you're thinking, I could do it, I could do it, I could do it, the thoughts are going to translate into feelings, into behaviors. So the I can do it thought is going to translate to I can do it feelings, which is going to be that sense of confidence, that sense of like, I got this, stability, feeling good. And that's going to lead to behaviors, and that's going to be the way you carry yourself. That is that ability like we talked about earlier up here, things like effort, things like concentration. Those are going to be specific behaviors because that is a behavior that you could do, is you can control the level of concentration that you can have. And so if you're acting confident, thinking confident, feeling confident, you're going to lead to that behavior of confidence. Now, this might sound weird, but it definitely does work. You just need to get yourself in that mindset of believing in yourself and thinking about what you can do and how you can become more confident in, you know, whatever aspect it may be. Now, you might on the inside feel like I can't do this, I'm not good enough, you know, I'm not skilled enough, I'm not going to try hard enough, whatever it may be. As soon as you start thinking and feeling those things, it spirals out of control. Because if you are having feelings of lack of confidence, that's going to lead to thoughts of lack of confidence. So you're going to be thinking, I can't do this, I'm over my head, I need to get out of here, I need to run away. Then that's going to lead to behaviors, which run away would be a behavior, or just escape, or trembling, whatever it may be. Feelings are going to cause these two. Same thing with behaviors. So if you come in and start, you know, the idea of confidence, I guess, is like kind of like the straight back, head up, like go get 'em attitude. You know, if you come in just like head down, slouched, just like moping around, that's going to lead to feelings and thoughts of lack of confidence. So all 3 of these things are intertwined, and so definitely think about it, act confident, and then that's going to translate to be feeling and behaving and thinking, be more confident. Next one's going to be using imagery. We talked about imagery briefly in the previous episode as well. I went more in depth with it then. The idea, though, is just if you see yourself succeed, you're going to feel that sense of success and that ability to succeed, and then that is going to lead to confidence in actually succeeding. So this kind of ties right back into the thoughts, feelings, and behaviors of just, you know, trying to get success, trying to feel good about yourself, trying to push yourself forward. The next one, I guess if you don't watch the previous episodes, imagery is the idea of seeing yourself do something successful over and over and over. So if you are, you know, say you're playing football, and this is American football, and if you're the quarterback, you want to close your eyes, you want to visualize, and you're going to want to use imagery to see yourself making a perfect pass to your wide receiver. And you hit him right in the hands, it's going to be perfect, you're going to score a touchdown, everybody goes excited, they win the game. So that idea of you're going to be playing that motion in your head over and over and over, and you're going to be thinking about what it feels like to drop back, to release that pass, the feeling that it is when he catches that pass, that kind of like, yeah, we did it. What it feels like after the fact if you win the game. All those things are going to be imagery. They're just mental images and mental emotions. But by doing that over and over, when you get into the game, you're more likely to try and do something like that because you want that to happen. You want that to succeed. Or if you think about like, oh, I'm going to, drop back to pass and drop the football and then their team picks it up and scores a touchdown, then that is more likely to happen as well too, because you're thinking about it. It's in the back of your mind the whole time of, I hope this doesn't happen, I hope this doesn't happen, I hope this doesn't happen, and then it definitely leads to that happening. It's not a good thing to do. So you want to use imagery for successful activities, and you want to picture yourself completing those successful activities over and over. Next one up is going to be preparation. Preparation is absolutely massive. So the idea of preparation is just practice, practice, practice. The more prepared you are, the more confident you are. Everybody knows everybody probably watching this has gone to some kind of school at one point in their life, especially if you're in college. The idea of if you go into a test and you didn't study, you didn't show up to class, you're just showing up, like this one test is my whole grade. So you have one test, that's your whole grade. If you didn't prepare for anything at all, you go into that, you're not going to feel confident. You're going to go, oh shit, I didn't do any of this. I don't know what any of these words mean. I'm just guessing. This is not good. You're not going to feel confident about yourself. You're probably going to leave going, oh shit, I got to take this class over again. I really screwed up. If you go in and you prepare and you practice and you study your ass off and you work hard and you test yourself and all that kind of stuff that goes into preparing and studying, you show up to class, all that kind of good stuff. When you go into that test, you're going to feel confident about it. You're going to go, I know this stuff. I got it. This is easy. This is going to be the easiest A of my life because you prepared and you studied. Same thing for Dota. No one steps into a Dota game. This is particularly for people who are on competitive teams, you and your buddies. If you just show up once a week for your tournament game or whatever it may be, you're not going to feel confident in your ability to succeed and to thrive and to how to step up and be the best you possibly can be. But if you practice during the week, you work on last hitting, you work on strategies, you watch replays, all these good things that go in, go in tow, I guess, with being a very good, solid, competitive player, then you're going to feel confident when that tournament game comes because you can definitely pull it out and you can do it. And that is kind of the key, is practice, practice, practice. That's it. That's all you got to do. The more you practice, the more confident you're going to feel. Last one is going to be confidence is social. Now, not social in the sense of like social media or anything like that, but in the sense of you inspire the people who are directly around you. This is definitely a lot more difficult, I guess, in an online setting because when you're in person, you get those vibes from people. The social interaction from person A to person B on an online network, from person A to person B when they're standing next to each other in physical form, I guess, are two completely different things. And so that is a whole other topic for another day. But think about this more of people who are directly around you. So maybe these are your teammates, people who you are interacting with on a daily basis. You guys are on Skype or whatever voice communication you guys use. Think about it as them. Don't think about it as just random pubs, because those are people you don't have social ties and social cues with, because there's no context through text. There's no body language, there's no, all that kind of good stuff doesn't come into play. So there really is not that base of social interaction and that inspiration that comes from being around people. But if you are constantly talking with them, know them personally, or know them very well, it still kind of fits this mold of confidence and social. So the idea is people feed off positivity and they feed off confidence. If you are the team captain and you go out there and go, you know what, guys, I'm confident. We got this. We prepared. We've been playing really well. This is our time to shine. This is a big tournament. This is a finals, whatever it may be. If they come out and feel that and say it and they carry themselves that way, then the rest of the teammates are going to feel inspired and they're going to rise up to that occasion and they're going to join the team captain on his level of confidence. Now, if the team captain comes again and goes, you know what, guys, we got to play today because we signed up for this tournament, but, let's be honest, we're not going to win, okay? We're probably just going to lose. Then everybody else is going to be in that same mindset of, yeah, you're right, we're probably going to lose. so I'm just going to phone it in. I'm not really going to try that hard. I'll just kind of, I'll play extra risky, and I might just die a whole bunch, but who cares, because we're supposed to lose anyways. That is that idea of, the lack of confidence in the captain brings everybody else down. You see the same thing happen all the time in professional sports. Something like basketball. If you have one guy on the court who believes every single time he has the ball in his hands that he is going to score, that is contagious, because the guys around him want to work extra hard, bust their ass to get the ball in his hands so he can score and he can keep leading that team and leading that charge. And in sports and in real life, this is a lot easier because you see that body language, you see that that glow that people have, and that ability to kind of pump up and put people on their shoulders and say, hey, I got this, I'll carry you guys to victory. All that kind of good stuff is a lot easier seen in a social context. In an online context, it's mostly just words and text. That doesn't have the same meaning, but we have to still work what we can get. And so that is the idea of, you need to have that relationship with your buddies and your teammates, to the sense of when, everybody's down and the morale is down, there's one dude who can pick everybody back up, and you kind of bring that sense of confidence and breathe life back into the team. And that is about it for confidence and kind of my spiel on it. Confidence is just such a weird thing because it's more of an idea than it is an actual physical thing. I mean, there's no way to just measure like, hey, how much confidence do I have? Here's a confidence test. Like, you score this and it's accurate every time. There's different notions and different ideas that we know to look at to kind of tell if a person's confident or not. But that's why a lot of these things are really powerful. So things like acting confident and controlling your feelings and your thoughts and your behaviors really affect you, because there is no 100% sure way to tell if a person's confident or not. If they believe that they're confident and they believe that they can do it and they're the best damn person out there, then they are going to do it. They are going to be the best damn person out there. And that is the interesting kind of caveat for confidence, is if you don't have any, you could do things to get some. It's not like you're born with confidence or not born with confidence. Everything in your life leads to it. And so like, your presentation, your preparation level, presentation isn't like the way you look and all that kind of good stuff. That's a whole other row, and I can tangent on that forever and ever. But the idea of you need to act the part, play the part, you need to, prepare, you need to practice, you need to have that social group of people who you're constantly getting feedback on if your play is increasing, if you're getting better. All these things lead to that feeling of confidence, which is, think of it as a pyramid. There's 4 or 5 things on the bottom. You want to get confidence on the top. You got to work your way up there somehow, so you need to accomplish these things to work your way up to the top. And it's just a really interesting thing, because a lot of people just give up. They just go, I don't have confidence. I'm not a confident person. I'm not going to try. That's not true. You can definitely do these things. You just need to make a conscious effort to kind of note what areas you're lacking, how to fix that. And as usual, if you guys do look at yourself and you have some questions or feedback or you need some help, just reach out to me. You can find me on Twitter at IndyFinch. I'll put a link to that in the comments. And feel free to leave a comment, whatever it may be. I'm always available. I can help you guys out, get your mind right. And I will be back probably in a couple weeks. The previous episode was a little bit delayed. This episode was delayed. For people who don't know, I got married. And so we're going out of the country for a couple weeks. And then when I get back, we'll get back up on this horse and we'll do more episodes of the Dota Clinic. We're coming in the home stretch here as far as theory and theory ideas go. So we'll probably do another, I don't know, I think I have 5 more queued up of like mental ideas and theories. And then after that, we're going to start going into Dota itself, and we're going to start maybe trying to apply this kind of stuff maybe into replays. And, we're just going to kind of plan it by ear and see where it goes. And if we can relate the stuff into in-game Dota stuff, great, we'll do that. If we can't, then we'll just keep going with theories until we can get to a point where we feel like we've accomplished as much as we want to, and then we'll move on to something else. Until next time, you guys take care, and enjoy the rest of this video.
This is Rags. Some of you cats might also know me as anemic, and I'm about to go in on this thing we call Dota.
The battle begins.
Let's go. I'm the man in Dota 2. We can take it to the scrimmage, and you know that I'll be winning. Just give it 30 minutes. Ganking in the lane. Hey, yo, he's in that gross. I see him trying to kite. Yeah, let's see just how far that goes. I carry in the scoreboard, he's carried in the hearse. Your tier 2 towers and your rats getting murked. Demolished what's in my way from the start